So let us discuss about the norma frontalis. When the skull is viewed from the front, it is termed as the norma frontalis. The bones which you see here are the frontal bone, maxilla, and the zygomatic bone, and two nasal bones. We also see mandible, but we will study the mandible separately. So the sutures we see here are the between the frontal bone and nasal bone there is fronto-nasal suture. Between the frontal and maxilla, fronto-maxillary suture. Between the two nasal bones, internasal suture. Between the two maxillas, intermaxillary suture. Between the maxilla and the temporal bone, zygomatic bone, this is the maxillo-zygomatic suture. Maxillo-zygomatic suture. And a suture between the frontal bone and the zygomatic is the fronto-zygomatic suture. So these are the sutures, and features we see here are the we see three main apertures. One is the anterior nasal aperture and two orbital openings. So in this anterior nasal aperture, it is bounded by two nasal bones above and maxilla on either side, and we have the lower end of the internasal suture is called as the rhinion, and in the midline at the lower end of the aperture, anterior nasal aperture, there is a midline projection that is called as the anterior nasal spine. And coming to these orbital openings, it is having four margins. This is the supraorbital margin, this is infraorbital margin, and this is medial margin and lateral margin. Supraorbital, infraorbital, medial, and lateral margin. So supraorbital margin, it is formed by the frontal bone and also by the zygomatic bone. Similarly, inferiorly, it is formed by the that is infraorbital margin is formed by maxilla and zygomatic bone. Lateral margin is formed by the frontal and the zygomatic bone. Medially, it is formed by the maxilla and the frontal bone. So these are the margins, but actually we'll study separately about this orbit. Right? We have a supraorbital notch here between the medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3 of the supraorbital margin. Let us study about that separately again. So other features here are this is the superciliary arch. This is a curved elevation just above the supraorbital margin. This is a curved elevation. This is called a superciliary arch. And in the midline, just between the two superciliary arches, there is a midline elevation that is the glabella. That is called as the glabella. And we have a word nasion. Nasion is a junction between the frontonasal suture and internasal suture. The junction between the two sutures, a point that is called as the nasion. Okay? And we have two frontal tuberosities are there, or eminences are there. Frontal tuberosities are there just above the superciliary arches. And sometimes we see a suture that is called as metopic suture. The metopic suture is, if you see the fetal skull, here you could see the frontal bone is not a single, they are separated by a suture, metopic suture. Later on in adult life, they get fused to form a single bone. Sometimes a remnant of this metopic suture will be left over in few individuals. Right? It can be mistaken as a fracture also. It may be present maybe in 2 to 8% of the people. Metopic suture may be present. Right? And other features are just below the infraorbital margin, there is a foramen here, infraorbital foramen. Here infraorbital nerves and vessels passes through that. And we also have a foramen here on the zygomatic bone. So this is called as the zygomatico-facial foramen, and the structures passing through is the zygomatico-facial nerve will be passing. This is a fascia, no? So zygomatico-facial foramen. And on the maxilla, there is here, if you take the upper one half of the teeth, we have a dental formula 2-1, 2-3. That means from the midline, 2-1 means 2 incisors, right? So from here 2 1 incisors, 1 canine, 2 premolars, to 3. 3 is molars. So 2, 1, 2, 3 formula is there. No? So incisors are there. 2 incisors will be there. Just above that, there is a fossa here that is called as the incisive fossa. And by the side of it or lateral to the fossa, there is one canine tooth will be there. So because of the canine tooth, there is an elevation. That elevation is called as the canine eminence. And by the side of the canine eminence, we see again a depression that is called as the canine fossa. Right? So these are all the features we see in the norma frontalis.